Hello guys, it's Naomi. So I'm going to do a suggestion by a viewer, and I thought it was really interesting because I don't think of these what if readings all the time. I did what if Megan and William, but this one seems like a really good idea. And it's what if Diana and Andrew. So I'm going to say what if they had a relationship together, what would it have been like if she married him instead of Charles? People thought she was going to be given to or married to Andrew because of their age being closer. And they're both water signs, and they're complementary water signs, actually much more complementary than Scorpio and Cancer. Two feminine water signs. So I'm going to do that, and I just want to let you know, if you want to find out about readings, donations, the payment buttons are all on the website, naomitarot.com. I have it up and running. And instructions on how to order a reading, pay me first, then email, etc., 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 all of that stuff. And background about what type of reader I am, what type of philosophy I come from, is all on the website as well. So definitely check it out. And I don't have to explain it anymore. So, Diana and Andrew. Andrew is a Pisces, actually. It's very feminine energy for a man. I don't know too many male Pisces. Diana is a Cancer. We all know I famously talk about the female Cancers, how they're so emotional. Can be good and bad. Can be a little bit of a up and down, like, how am I going to deal with this crap? And it can also be very sweet and motherly, nurturing, loving. They're very extreme ladies. And I think people could see that in the media with Diana. So how would it have been if they had a relationship, Andrew and Diana? All right. No reversals, remember, because I'm doing the positive deck lately. I just feel this energy lately. So, if they had a relationship, it would be where they'd have to learn to let go, maybe, about something, about some preconceived notions. They'd have to review the past, present, and future, and understand that judging each other, judging other people wouldn't work. So, renewal. And Four of Autumn, Four of Pentacles. If they were to be together, the past of who both of them were would be affected by, so the Queen would have supported it. I think intuitively she felt like maybe this was a good match because we have the Queen of Autumn, which, you know, I read this as Kate usually, but Kate wasn't even in existence back then when they were dating. So I read this as Elizabeth because Elizabeth is a Taurus, but I usually read her as the Swords because she's more emotionally cut off. Even though Swords is air energy, I read her as the Queen of Swords. But I think this is Elizabeth here. So Elizabeth would have encouraged it. She would have intuitively believed in this and would have felt favorably towards it. She would have been optimistic towards it. And she would have seen this as a good thing. Princess of Spring. If they were to be married, the marriage would be one that is fair, that has justice. It would be one that Prince Philip would have supported, King of Winter. And it would be one that what they might have thought they wanted wasn't the best choice for their happiness. So maybe it's saying, like, if she had been with Charles, it wasn't the best choice for her happiness. He would have been the best choice. And the reason why I say that is because if she had been with him, her future would have been the Queen of Spring, the Nine of Spring, and the Star. The Star is an excellent projection for somebody's future. It's a little mixed. I don't think they'd have an easy marriage, but I think they would have been more compatible because this is kind of like realizing that what you thought you wanted was not the best choice for your happiness. Five of Swords, Five of Winter. And he's walking away here. He's realizing, okay, this wasn't a good idea. I think this is referring to her with Charles. And then if she had been with Andrew, she would have had to protect her resources, her efforts, environmental conservation. Maybe they would have been focused on that, Nine of Wands. But she would have felt like a Queen of Spring, and she would have felt the Star with him. I think that this would have been more favorable, regardless of what he ever allegedly did. If you read the reports about what he allegedly did, and I'm not going to get into that. I don't like to get into that conspiracy stuff too much on my channel. It's not a good idea to start drawing attention to it in that way. But what he allegedly did, regardless, I'm not going to play into that. But the Queen of Spring is how she would have felt. She would have felt confident within herself. She would have felt more passionate, more brilliant, more friendly, more outgoing, I think. And she would have felt like the star, optimism and hope. I think that there would have been a lot more positivity in this relationship, a lot more. Let's just, I'm reaching for my pendulum. Let's just ask outright, and I'm going to close my eyes. This is my amethyst pendulum from Cassandra's in Connecticut, where I showed you on the channel. Would a marriage between Diana and Andrew have been healthier than Charles and Diana? Yes or no? Yes is forward, no is a circle. We'll see what it does. Would a marriage between Diana and Andrew have been a happy marriage? Well, it says yes, and I just opened my eyes. It's going. And just to be fair, to conclude, we'll say, pendulum, show me yes. Okay, so yes is forward and back. It never changes for me, but I'll show you anyway. Pendulum, show me no. No is a circle, but it's doing a tiny circle for whatever reason. Maybe my energy's low because I'm tired. So sum up what the marriage between Diana and Andrew would have been. Sum up what it would have been in like 3 cards. It would have been favorable for them. This means wishes come true. It means good luck. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Autumns. This talks about moving on and releasing. So maybe it would have helped both of them to move on from something negative in each other's past. I think she still would have felt trapped by the limelight of the royal family. 8 of Winter, 8 of Swords. She still would have felt trapped. But I think she would have been able to follow more what she wants to do with the 3 of Autumn, 3 of Pentacles. She would have felt like she could be more creative in that role because she wouldn't be the future queen. She would have felt the world. She would have felt a positive, happy karmic new beginning, the wheel, I mean. And she would have felt 5 of Spring, though. There would be some inner challenges. See, I think there still would be challenges regardless. If she had married him, it's kind of mixed, like I said, because she'd still feel trapped by all that attention. She still would have shined regardless of what situation she was in. But the cards that I pulled out was her, the Queen of Summer. She still would have been our Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups that she became known as. And he would have been her Emperor. He would have been protective over her. And I think he would have been a lot more stable for her. And he would have come across more of like a fire king, like a leader and an unexpected supporter. And somebody who would be wise, innovative, theatrical, supportive, more of like a support to her as the Queen of Cups, because I see them coming out as a king and a queen together, which is good. And this actually came out upright. These didn't even came out reversed, so that's good. And he would have been seen as her Emperor. It would have been solid, stable. Number 4 is solidifying things. It's stability. But I do think there still would have been that feeling of being trapped. But I think she'd be more industrious and successful in that role. 3 of Pentacles. And they would have had the Ace of Autumn, but they'd have to release preconceived notions of each other, or at least something from their past in order to move on. That's what I have, guys. I think overall it would have been better, unfortunately. And somehow, if you believe in that, and I do, William and Harry still could have come out spiritually. They would have looked different, but their spiritual essence, if Diana was meant to be their mother, could still be their mother. And yeah, that was the possibility if her and Andrew were together. So anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and go to my website to find pricing information, donation information, etc. All of that, naomitarot.com. Entertainment purposes only. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.